Captain Elias spent most of his life chasing storms across dark oceans. But peace, he discovered, was waiting in a small, hidden cove at the edge of the world. The world has a way of shouting, doesn't it? It asks for our attention before the day has even begun. It fills our homes with noise, our thoughts with urgency, and our hearts with things that never seem to rest. But here, along the forgotten cliffs, where the sea breathes slowly against the shore, the world has forgotten how to shout. It only knows how to breathe. The old clock beside Elias's bed still ticks faithfully each morning. Heavy, steady, unhurried, its sound fills the little cabin softly, like an old friend who no longer feels the need to speak loudly. Beside the clock rests a faded photograph of a cargo ship trapped within a furious storm. Black waves climbing toward the sky. Rain so thick it turned the world into shadow. There was a time when Captain Elias knew those storms better than he knew himself. He sailed through winters that swallowed entire ships whole. He stood on frozen decks while thunder rolled across endless oceans. He watched younger sailors hide fear behind nervous smiles. And somehow, he survived all of it. Now, the first light of dawn slips quietly into the cabin, touching the worn wooden floor and the sleeping form of Barnaby. Barnaby is his old dog, grown old alongside the captain. His muzzle has turned silver. His steps are slower than they once were. But he still greets every morning with the quiet gratitude of a creature who expects very little from life. Elias reaches down and scratches behind the dog's ears. Barnaby answers with 2 slow thumps of his tail. A conversation repeated thousands of times, yet never growing old. 10 years have passed since Elias retired from the sea. 10 years since he traded steel decks and storm lanterns for a small cabin overlooking the cliffs. Some men leave the ocean but never truly escape it. They spend their retirement restless. They miss the danger. They miss the noise. They miss the feeling of being needed. But Elias had already spent enough years listening to storms. Now he prefers quieter things. The smell of coffee in the morning, the sound of wind moving through tall grass, the comfort of a faithful dog asleep near the fire. Outside, mist drifts lazily across the cliffs. The ocean below remains hidden for now. Only the distant sound of waves reveals its presence. Elias stands quietly and watches the morning unfold. He once commanded crews of 50 men. Now, his greatest responsibility is deciding which worn-out book deserves another reading beside the fire. And honestly, he has never felt richer. The mornings always begin the same way. The old sweater, the weathered raincoat, the driftwood cane resting beside the door, and finally, the whistle. Barnaby lifts his head immediately, not because he moves quickly anymore, but because some habits settle deep inside the soul. Together they step into the morning. The cliffs shimmer beneath the pale sky. Wildflowers sway quietly in the wind. And somewhere below the rocks, hidden carefully from the rushing world, waits the secret cove. There are no roads leading there, no signs, no maps. To reach it, you must know the language of the cliffs. You must follow the narrow path carved long ago by wandering goats and stubborn fishermen. The earth smells of rosemary and sea salt. The ocean wind carries traces of rain from far beyond the horizon. Elias walks slowly now, one careful step at a time. But age has taught him something important. Slow things are often the things worth keeping. When you walk slowly, you begin noticing the world again. The dew resting perfectly on spider webs, tiny flowers hidden beneath tall grass, the exact moment the mist lifts from the sea. The cove waits below, like a secret kept by time itself. The sand glows pale beneath the morning light. The water rests so clear that every pebble can be seen beneath the surface. The cliffs curl protectively around the shore, sheltering it from the rest of the world. Barnaby immediately finds a warm patch of sand and settles down with complete satisfaction. A retired sailor in dog form, Elias laughs softly to himself, the kind of laugh that belongs only to people who no longer need to impress anyone. The tide is low today, good for sea glass. Elias settles onto an old driftwood log, polished smooth by decades of storms. From his pocket, he removes a small wooden box. Inside rests his collection. Fragments of forgotten lives, green glass from medicine bottles, amber from ship lanterns, deep blue shards once carried across oceans, in bottles long broken by time. The sea has softened them all. What was once sharp, dangerous, and discarded has become beautiful. He lifts a piece of blue glass toward the sun. Light passes through it gently, casting ocean-colored shadows across his weathered face, and for a moment, he sees himself within it. He thinks about storms sometimes, the violent ones at sea, and the quieter ones people carry inside themselves. The years spent away from home, the nights filled with loneliness, the birthdays missed while crossing cold oceans beneath black skies. He remembers fear too, though older people rarely speak honestly about fear. But it was there, in towering waves, in broken engines, in watching younger sailors pretend bravery while secretly trembling. The ocean shaped him slowly, not gently, but truthfully. And perhaps that is what growing older really means. Being shaped by enough storms that your sharp edges finally soften. Nearby, Barnaby sleeps peacefully. A tiny crab wanders past his nose. He doesn't even blink. Barnaby understands peace better than most people ever will. He does not worry about yesterday's storms. He does not fear tomorrow's tide. He only knows 3 things matter right now. The sand is warm, the sea is calm, and his human is near. And honestly, that is probably enough. As the afternoon stretches gently across the cove, the world begins to glow. The cliffs turn golden beneath the sun. The water sparkles as though scattered with diamonds. This is Elias's favorite hour. The afternoon light forgives everything. It softens old regrets, warms tired bones, turns loneliness into something peaceful. He opens a small notebook from his pocket. Inside are sketches. Barnaby sleeping beneath the lighthouse, storm clouds above distant water, the shape of gulls drifting through evening skies. He was never a great artist, but age has taught him another important truth. Not everything beautiful needs to be perfect. He sketches slowly, carefully, not trying to capture every detail, only the feeling. There is a moment that arrives in quiet places like this. A moment when people suddenly understand. This was the life they had been searching for all along. Not wealth, not speed, not endless ambition, just enough. A warm drink beside the sea, a faithful dog asleep in the sun, a hidden cove where nobody asks anything from you. Happiness, Elias thinks, is not a destination waiting at the end of a long voyage. It is something small you finally notice when you stop rushing past your own life. He closes the notebook softly. Barnaby opens one sleepy eye. The day is beginning to lean toward evening. The walk home always feels shorter somehow. Perhaps because peace lightens even tired footsteps. The sky deepens slowly into shades of amber, purple, and fading blue. Far beyond the cliffs, the lighthouse prepares for another night. The air smells of wood smoke, evening arriving softly along the coast. The small cabin waits quietly atop the cliff, a warm light glowing in the window. Inside, Elias will light the fire. Barnaby will circle twice before settling beside it. There will be soup tonight, fresh bread warmed gently in the pan, and afterward, the radio. The same old station, the same distant voices drifting through static. News from cities that no longer feel important, because Elias has finally learned something many people never do. The world will always rush. People will always chase things they believe will finally make them happy. But here, inside the secret cove, the tide still moves slowly. The dog still dreams beside the fire. And an old fisherman who once battled storms across dark oceans has finally found a shore gentle enough to rest upon. The first stars begin appearing above the sea. The lighthouse blinks patiently in the distance, steady, faithful, unhurried, and somewhere below the cliffs, waves continue folding softly against the sand. Tomorrow the clocks will keep ticking, the world will keep shouting. But here, time and tide remain exactly as they are. Slow, gentle, enough. Good night, Elias. Good night, Barnaby.